Good afternoon. So I got another download. So when I lived in Canada, I was in school for about 5-6 hours at a time. So had a lot to learn, and everything was done on a computer. So I would bring food and I'd put it in the fridge, and I'd leave it there all week, all week, because I was in every day. Well, one day I went to go get my lunch. I was starving, and my food's gone. I let her know. She goes, "Oh yeah, that's a regular habit here." What do you mean that's a regular habit here? I've left my food here 100 times. I've never had that problem. And she was like, "I'm sorry, but you're not supposed to leave your food here." Okay. And I was upset because I expected it to be there. And she asked me, if I was upset. Of course I'm upset. I'm hungry, and I've been here for 5 hours and I'm studying. And then, after that, I would just, I would bring what I needed, and that was it. So my mother used to say all the time, if someone takes from you, it means that they needed it more than you did. So that was the way I kind of looked at it. So she comes to me, my instructor, a couple days later, and there was an article in their newspaper in Ontario about a lawyer who ate a paralegal's lunch. And that paralegal was totally flabbergasted. She went to the news about it. And I thought to myself, yeah, she could have went to him, but she didn't know which lawyer it was because she worked for a big firm. So she went to the paper on it and spoke what had happened. They make way more money than them. They do all that work, and that lawyer ate her food. So she was upset. And I think I would have been upset on that too, because I've had multiple experiences with that. But thank God I've always lived close enough where I can go home and get food, or I offered up in prayer. I asked the Lord to feed me till I get home. So at this job, it's Thanksgiving, and I brought some food. I brought I had brought 3 dishes, 2 dishes, and then So his father wants me to do that. 3 dishes. And they came to me and said, "You have to put your food out." So I did. And at the end of the night, it had not been touched at all. But they took my 1 dish home. And I saw them take it right out the door. And I was like, "You've bullied me. You've mistreated me. You don't even know me, and you take that home." But I didn't say anything. Fine. Do what you gotta do. I participated at work as much as I could in any job I've ever been in. I tried everything in my power to fit in. It just didn't work. It makes me cry too, because when she took that dish, we didn't have much money, and she didn't think to ask me for it. She just took it. Thank God I put that in plastic. I would have never got the dish back. I didn't really have the money to do that, but I wanted to participate because I did. I know that there's other people there too that weren't eating. They were living out of their cars, and there was another one, but I don't really want to talk about that. But I offered many times, "You need anything, let me know. I have a lot of good resources, and I can help you, whatever it may be that she would need for her and her kids." But nobody took me up on that, and that's okay. You don't have to. Fine and dandy. But I just find it interesting. It caused a hardship for us, but I wanted to, be a part of that. I wanted to be, that's what I did. But I guess that's not how that works. If you're already blacklisted, you're blacklisted. That's it. There it goes. We had made the plans of what I would bring the day before I was blacklisted, and nobody would speak to me at all. So that was weeks earlier. But it was, a lot of people ask me a lot of questions. Will you be working that day? Yeah, because I had my whole schedule for a whole month. They were already aware what the schedule was. A lot of people out there that do things, I had a bully literally make a false complaint on me and then stand in front of my table and, right in front of my table, do all these things. Supervisors are right there and act like they didn't see a thing. Every day that girl was itching closer and closer to me, and one day I looked up and she's sitting right next to me, and I looked on the other side of her, and it's the guy I give a ride to. But she's afraid of me, and she's sitting right next to me. What? I just put my head back down in my book and started reading. I just find it really interesting, all these complaints. But this person's putting herself right next to me. I was waiting for her to put her hands on me. I know that's what she was going to do, and I was trying to prevent that by reaching out and getting help. And I wasn't getting it. Basically, the lunchbox and the bully had a lot in common. Lied, put on paper, federal paper, and then supervisors took part, another coworker took part. There's got to be some kind of law on that. There's not a law on stealing your food from a refrigerator, and a lawyer can just go ahead and do it. And there's obviously no laws to protect people at work, because it clearly stated on their paper, on their employee handbook, no fighting allowed. Anybody who files a false report will be fired, and that didn't happen. They allowed all of that to happen. The written paperwork home came back, and there was a signature missing from it. What was written up was a lie. It was all false. And then I got my bully sitting right next to me telling everybody she's a victim. Explain that to me. You can do it once, twice, 2, 3 times. I'm afraid of her. I your mind, bro. Really crazy, I don't get it. I don't see a point of having work laws if they don't follow through with any of them. I asked for a vapor mask. They take me out, put me in some room, and then I'm being abused psychologically. I can't go anywhere without somebody following me where I'm going. I'm going to the pisser, man. I have to go use an outhouse. And they got the people following me. I was stalked, harassed. I had people tell me, I don't like it here. I don't like the things they do here. I just put my head down and collect a check. Okay, how does this make sense to you? Those people don't work on my site. So now it's all spread like wildfire. So my privacy's been violated. My work rights and ethics have been violated. They had no ethics. That's why I was looking for them. Because there wasn't any. It wasn't even in their handbook. And their fake investigator said to me, oh yeah, it's on this page and that page. It wasn't there. You know where I found it? In their videos. 8 weeks later. They changed their employee handbook fire me because they know darn well it wasn't in there. But they didn't follow anything they said. I proved to them I was being bullied. I proved through their own words what was going on. And then they changed the employee handbook. Frustrating by the God that these people are getting away with it from the man's eye view. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And I know you're watching on my system. I don't know why you're watching me. I haven't done anything violent or done anything to hurt anyone. I've not made no threats. I haven't done anything. So I don't know why you're watching me, but I know you're there. And really, on honesty, you need to move on. I no longer work for your company. I'm no threat to my country. And I don't appreciate being treated that way. I was treated that way in person, too. Peace.